It's English o'clock. Good day, mga kaputenyo! I am Teacher Aishelle, your learning buddy. Ang pag-aaral ng English ay gawing simple at masaya. Kaya, tara na! Mag-English tayo!
In this episode, our target most essential learning competency is evaluate spoken texts using given criteria. For example, fluency, tone, cohesion, and correctness. Before we jump to our lesson, let us have our word of the day. Our word of the day is criteria. Criteria is a noun which means a principle or standard by which something may be judged or decided. Let's use it in a sentence. The launch came too close to violating safety criteria. And there you have it. I hope that you can use this word in your day-to-day conversations. Let's move to the main part of this episode. What do you think is the difference between hearing and listening? That's right! Ang hearing ay involuntary o hindi nakokontrol. Because you can hear sounds all day, but you can choose not to focus or participate. The listener can be unreceptive and disconnected from the speaker or sound. On the other hand, listening is a voluntary process o nakokontrol. Ito ay nangangailangan ng full attention upang maintindihan ang mensahe at tunog na sinasabi sa atin. It involves mental and cognitive processes so you can give meaning to the text you listen to. The listener intends to participate and connect. Speaking with one another is part of life, whether in a formal or informal setting. And to be able to respond well, an individual must have good listening skills. Enhancing one's listening skill is a must. It takes a lot of practice concentrating on the details spoken by a speaker. When a person's listening skill is excellent, it will not be difficult to evaluate whether the text heard conveys fluency, tone, cohesion, and correctness. Let's move to the first criterion of evaluating spoken texts, which is fluency. Fluency is speaking effortlessly, reasonably fast, and without unnecessary stops or pauses. Fluency in speaking starts with fluency in reading. Reading fluency has three elements, namely accuracy, rate, and prosody. Accuracy is pronouncing words correctly that results to the ability to grasp the meaning of words in the existing vocabulary of an individual. According to Fujita and Yamashita, reading rate is defined as the speed with which a reader processes an extended text and grasps the meaning of each sentence without skipping any words. Prosody, on the other hand, is reading with expression. When these three elements are developed, it is easier for a person to achieve fluency in speaking. Let's now discuss the second criterion, which is tone. Tone is the attitude of the writer or speaker regarding a subject. In a speaking situation or engagement, the tone of a speaker is dependent on the purpose of the talk and who the audience are. For instance, a formal tone will resonate from a resource speaker in a seminar for professionals, while a light or humorous tone will emanate from a stand-up comedian in a comedy bar. It is vital that the audience use their higher order thinking skills to be able to identify the tone employed by the speaker. The third criterion is correctness. Correctness in a spoken text is focused on grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. It is important that the speaker follows grammatical rules accurately, uses relevant and appropriate vocabulary, and demonstrates clear pronunciation. The last criterion is coherence and cohesion. Let us first differentiate the two. Cohesion is the linking of words and sentences by using correct transitional or cohesive devices, such as conjunctions, like the fanboys, and adverbial conjunctions, such as even, although, and instead. By using proper cohesive devices, coherence is achieved. Coherence is centered on the general sense that organization or logical sequence of thoughts and ideas in a text, meaning whether or not the text makes sense. Come on, let's practice what we have learned. Let's find out the instructions. In this activity, all you have to do is identify what is being defined in each statement. Choose the answer from the word below.